Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to another tier list. I already did the pistols and the glasses. Links to those are in the description. And today I'm gonna do the ammos. I'm gonna start with normal ammo, which is unlocked by default, and it's pretty much middle of the road. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. It literally does nothing special. The only thing is that with normal ammo you get a lot more ammo compared to the other ammos. So here's a table with the amount of ammo you get with every upgrade. And as you can see, normal ammo gives a lot more than all the other ammo types. At 0, it already gives 40%, which is not much more than 30%. But at +1, it gives 70%. And at +2, it gives 100% of your maximum ammo. So you can literally throw one box and get 600 bullets for your chainsaw if you have extend mags, which is insane. It's a lot better than 50%, which you have with all the other ammos. And at +3, it also instantly reloads your mag, which is really good. Definitely if you have an extend max chainsaw, instead of reloading for 5 to 10 seconds, I don't know how long it takes, you can now just throw a normal ammo box and instantly reload your gun, which is something I definitely use a lot in speedruns and just casual runs as well. And then at +4, it also gets ammo regen, which is kind of useless because you already get the maximum amount of ammo you can possibly have. But with limited ammo, this definitely is useful. It costs a bit more. It costs 1,250, which is more than the others, but it's definitely pretty good. And it does see some use in some speedruns, and I think some people their runs. One other thing that's really nice is that it doesn't override the other ammo types. So for example, if you have incendiary ammo, and another player runs normal ammo, if you run out of incendiary ammo, you will go to your normal ammo and you do have a lot of reserves. Or if some player is running Crypto Slayer ammo, you don't want to override that, then you can run normal ammo, so you still can be useful. So it definitely has a use, but I'm not going to put it any higher than B because there's definitely better options. Next up we have stun ammo, and unfortunately it isn't that good. I'm going to have to put it in C tier. What stun ammo does is it stuns an enemy for a bit, and that kind of helps with slowing them down, but it isn't that good. With the teeth upgrade, arcing stun ammo, it does get a lot better, but it's still not that good, so I'm gonna keep it in C tier. What arcing stun does is if you stun an enemy, the aliens around it will also get stunned, and they also get 50% of the initial bullet damage that you hit the alien with. So it is okay-ish, but it doesn't do that much damage. It just slows them down a bit. So it isn't that good. You also get a lot less ammo compared to normal ammo. So I'm going to put it below normal ammo. It is a bit cheaper though. And because of that, it does have a niche in high score runs. Because in high score runs, you want to do throw as many boxes as you can because of team score. And then this one's the cheapest, so it does have a use, but I definitely do not recommend using it in a casual gameplay. One thing you can do with it, which is pretty cool, is because the arcing stun deals 50% of the initial bullet damage. If you have an MR28 and you hit a scout, because it deals 50% of the initial bullet damage, you can hit a scout which deals 500 damage, and all the arcing stun will do 250 damage. And that's the exact amount of HP a scout has. So if you hit one scout, you can kill 6 of them because of the arcing stun, which is pretty cool. Right here's a clip of me just shooting one scout and the arcing stun kills all the others. I think that's kind of sick. But yeah, arcing stun is only really good if you have a high base damage gun. And if you don't have that, if you're using a shotgun or a assault rifle, it does become pretty shit. So I have to put it in C tier, unfortunately. But it does do some cool stuff. Then we have Incendiary Ammo, which is really good. What it does is it sets enemies on fire. So if you hit an enemy, it will be put on fire and will get damage over time. And the fire actually does a lot of damage. It will do like 30 damage for 6 pulses. So that's 180 damage if you completely let it go out. And what that means is that if you hit a scout, it will probably die because of the fire. So you don't really have to worry about the scout anymore. You can just hit it once and switch your aim to something else. What's also nice is that your weapon damage on long range really drops off. but you can still hit an alien long range and set it on fire, and the fire will deal still the same amount of damage, which is still a lot. So you can hit an alien from far away once, and it will take a lot of damage by the fire, and when it gets close, you can kill it really easy. So I really like fire ammo, incendiary ammo, because of that. There's also a teeth upgrade that increases the damage of the fire even more. You do get less ammo than normal ammo, and it is a bit more expensive, but I do think it's worth it. I think it's the best ammo if you do not consider Crypto Slayer ammo. So I am going to put it in A tier. Next up, we have explosive ammo, and unfortunately, due to some spaghetti code, it has to go into D tier. Explosive ammo, what it does is that it makes your bullets explode. So if you hit an alien, it will explode. If you miss an alien, it will also explode. And if the alien was close to your bullet that hit the ground, it will still take damage. So even if you miss your bullets, you still do a lot of damage. And it also has a built-in 1.1 damage multiplier, so you deal 10% more damage. And this sounds extremely good, and it is. But unfortunately, due to spaghetti code, the damage increase of explosive ammo overrides the weapon specialist 20% and 50% damage buff. So it basically becomes a damage decrease, and that really sucks. So if you don't run weapon specialist, it is really good. I would put it in A tier. So if you run medic, for example, or tank, it's really good. You can definitely use it, but I think weapon specialist is the best class out of all of them. I recommend everyone always using weapon specialist. I always use weapon specialist myself. So in my opinion, I have to put it in D tier, because it's just a damage nerf. I would never pick it over any of the others because I always use weapon specialist. So yeah, that's my placement for it. It's really unfortunate that the spaghetti code works like this, because otherwise it would have been great. Back in the day, it used to be one of the top ammos, but because we figured out that it totally nerfs your damage if you run weapon specialist, which is top tier, it has to go to D tier, unfortunately. Next up, we have armor piercing ammo, and armor piercing ammo is pretty good, but not the best. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. I think above or below normal ammo, I don't know. What armor piercing ammo does is it totally ignores the armor of enemies. So enemies have armor pieces, so if you hit the armor of an alien, it will only deal the half of your normal bullet damage. But with armor piercing ammo, this gets totally ignored. And if you have the armor piercing teeth upgrade, it even does 10% more damage on armor. So you do more damage on armor than you do on their normal body, which is kind of insane. This is really nice if you're gonna kill rhinos, for example. So in some speedruns, I have to kill a lot of rhinos with a bulldog. And then I like to run armor piercing ammo because I can just demolish them really quickly, and I don't have to worry about their armor. So it definitely has some uses. It's also not the most expensive at 1100. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's why I'm gonna put it in B tier. It also has an added effect, because it is a 10% damage increase on armor. If you have a knife and you have armor piercing in your gun, you can for some reason one-knife scouts. So here's a clip of me just casually one-knifing scouts without even using the tank. Because I'm hitting the aliens their armor, you can also see that if I don't hit their armor, I don't one-shot them, which is kinda crazy. So yeah, armor piercing ammo goes in B tier. I think below normal ammo, because I don't know, it's I like the instant reload so much. And then next up, we have Crypto Slayer ammo, and I think everybody was expecting this, but it's definitely going S tier. What Crypto Slayer ammo is, it's the combination of all of these other ammo types, and because of that, it's just insane. You have the fire, which deals a lot of damage. You have the instant reload ability and the 100% ammo gain of normal ammo. You have the armor piercing in there. You have the arcing stun, which is really good. And the arcing stun also synergizes really well with the flame ammo. So if you hit an alien and it arcing stuns like 6 others, they will all be set on fire, which is extremely good. Unfortunately, it also contains explosive ammo. which in one sense is a buff, because it does give it that 1.1 damage increase, so 10% damage increase. Unfortunately, it also removes the 50% and 20% damage increase of Weapon Specialist. So that's really unfortunate, but explosive ammo in itself is pretty good. And if you just don't run Weapon Specialist, or if you don't upgrade Weapon Specialist to +4, it's still really good. What I do recommend is upgrading your Cryptid Slayer ammo to +3. You get 100% of your reserve ammo and you mag completely reloaded. It is a bit more expensive than the others, but it's definitely worth it because it's completely busted. And then use Weapon Specialist and just don't upgrade to +4. At 0 you get the 20% damage buff, which unfortunately gets negated by the explosive ammo that's also part of Cryptid Slayer ammo. But the other upgrades are just so good. The faster handling is amazing, the faster reloading is amazing, and just stop upgrading there. Don't go to +4, it's useless. Use the 3 skill points or something else. And yeah, you have an extremely sick combination of guns with extremely busted ammo and still the fast reloading. So you can still use it together, just don't bother going for the 50% damage upgrade. I think the Ninetales Fox also made an analysis. The Ninetales Fox is someone in our Discord community, and he analyzed the damage of Cryptid Slayer ammo compared to flame ammo with Weapon Specialist. And if you're shooting more than one alien, so if there's any alien close by to the alien you're shooting, Cryptid Slayer ammo is going to deal more damage, because that other alien will also be set on fire because of the Arcane Stun. Arcane Stun deals a lot of damage. You have the armor piercing. It's just so good. So even with the damage nerf of explosive ammo, it's still much better than incendiary ammo in 99% of the situations. In speedruns, I do use other ammo types because, for example, barrier hives or bosses don't take fire ammo damage or armor piercing ammo damage or stun ammo damage of any of that. So in those scenarios, I do want the extra damage from Weapon Specialist. But for any other type of gameplay, except for speedruns, use Cryptid Slayer ammo if you have it. It's extremely busted. But I think that concludes my video. I will be back to grinding the 10 relic attempts very soon. And thank you guys very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.